All right, so today is the first of 8 days within the unit plan section. So, yesterday I completed the curriculum. Let me just go to that quickly. I completed the curriculum for Q3 Agency for anyone's training platform. Whoever's creating a platform ecosystem will be able to use this curriculum. It's a 12-month, 12-moon curriculum that takes you through the meeting platform, onboarding, training, governance, management, design, marketing, sales, communications, story, and back to governance and meeting at the end. Once someone is done with their curriculum, the next step is for them to develop, okay, what do our unit plans look like? Each month, each one of those moons, like there's a meeting unit plan, there's an onboarding unit plan, there's a training unit plan. Each, like this right here, is a unit plan, but it's not really settled yet because I didn't get to this point yet. Now that I'm on this section, I have 8 days to really flesh out what do these unit plans look like, and that's what I'm really working on right here. I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to structure this, but this is starting to take shape, and I wanted to start recording because it's starting to feel meaningful to how I'm doing it. So you can see at the top level here, a lesson plan is just the day, but I feel like that's a little confusing. Today this single GitHub issue can be thought of as a lesson. Each GitHub issue is a lesson. But for the sake of this understanding, how should I do this? Yeah, let's just get rid of this right now. I want to say yeah. Yeah, so today's lesson / GitHub issue. Let's just do that /. Today's lesson / GitHub issue is focused on creating, let's say this is the goal. Let's say problem diagnosis. Let's just keep this going because that's part of why I started this. And then you have problem decomposition. No, don't even worry about that right now. I'm getting caught up in the weeds of something that just doesn't matter. So let's create a divider line just so it's clear. And then I'll get into why I started this video. Okay, that's not working. That's strange. There we go. Okay. So as I was working through this, let me see in the preview. This B.9.0 training platform, that is a unit plan. It's going to take 28 days to work through this, 28 days for a person to create their training platform. That training platform is broken down into several sections, specifically 4 sections. There's B.9.0.0. That's the training memo associated with verse 0, groove 0, chord. And that's focused on really creating a training memo. B.9.0.1 curriculum associated with verse 0, groove 1, ego is focused on publishing a curriculum, your training curriculum, to a GitHub repository. Then you have B.9.0.2 unit plan associated with verse 0, groove 2, biomimicry. That's focused on publishing a unit plan to Framer. So That's going to be publishing this GitHub project here that we're working on, not just this issue, but back here, the whole GitHub project, publishing that to Framer. Let me even write that in. And then finally, B.9.0.3, verse 0 Groove 3 music will be focused on sharing posting the lesson plan to, I'm starting to think it'll be to the Web5 wallet. That's something that's changing right now. Initially, it was going to be sharing it to console, but I don't think that's the way we're going to be doing it. So let's not even think about that right now. So I'm just going to continue to work through this. Within each of those sections, things are broken down there's 7 different sections within those 4. So the training memo, that initial section, has the problem diagnosis goal, and within each one of those, you can think of this as a lesson plan. There are 4 different lessons that make that up. Within the curriculum section, there's 2 different lesson plans within that, and then within each lesson plan, there are 4 lessons. Within the unit plan section or module, there are 2 lesson plans, and within each of those, there are 4. But as you'll start to see, it's like everything's getting broken down into stages of 4. So you have 0.9.0, 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. Within each of those, you'll see that there are 4 lessons that are in all of them. So even as we do this, you can think of the memo as the problem diagnosis. Actually, that's really a way to do this. Let's even do that here. Because one thing I just noticed was, like, when I get even down to the lesson, that is where I want to also break down the 4 stages. So I want to break down those 4 stages: problem diagnosis, problem decomposition, and problem reframing and problem constraint design, at the top level, and then at these lower levels as well. So instead of saying this training memo, I'm going to say problem diagnosis. Just so at every stage, wherever people are, they're like, okay, I know that we always work through this in the same way. And the problem diagnosis goal will be to populate the training memo. And then here, problem decomposition. And then the problem decomposition initial state. Actually, no, let's keep that here. Well, we'll figure it out. This is kind of hard to see, but I am able to understand it. So let's just go through. So the initial lesson, each of these will be problem diagnosis. Let's just get that in each of these. That's a good way to start. Decomposition. And these 4 sections are based on AI problem formulation. Because again, if people are coming into this, the most important thing is not like what tools you're using. It's, can you properly assess, decompose, and reframe problems so that you can create conscious solution designs. That's what I really want people to understand and learn when they're working with this, because right now people are focused on problem solving, the problem with problem solving is that our problems are given to us by people who want to stay in control. People who want to control us provide us with problems. Whoever controls the problem has the power because it directs where people put their energy. So if we give the power to assess, to the power to diagnose, decompose, and reframe problems, if we give that power to every single individual, it will not be possible to manipulate people. That is the aim here. That's the focus here. So let's get into this here. So I wish that I could view this without this sidebar. I don't think there's a way to do that. It's okay. I do love Markdown, but it is just hard to look at. It just becomes word soup. So lesson 00, I got all that done. Let's see, lesson 2. If the purpose of this is to publish curriculum to a GitHub repository, this is the problem decomposition. Actually, I don't know if that is the best way to do that because part of me thinks that might, I feel like that might get confusing to me. I'm actually going to dial this back a little bit for now. We'll see. Problem decomposition, so problem diagnosis. When we're making a curriculum, all right, so B1 infrastructure. So the question that we ask with this, what is the initial state of this problem formulation exercise? All right, so I think I want to, let's do this in a stepwise manner. How was I doing this before? So I think we want to start with so we want to use a S3 workbook to outline outline problems MSMEs, micro and small and medium enterprises, have without a chief human resource officer. So that's right, that's what I was doing here. Change to and where was the day before this? So you can think of that, that's the high level problem. Next, we want to highlight the ego. So right, so I'm getting too much into the weeds. It's not necessary to do all that. Constraint design. Okay. Let's just say mushroom enzymes. Just for now. It's very rough. It's very rough, but essentially, yeah, I'll just be working through this in a specific way. Let me just get into the unit plan. What am I doing here? going to stop right here. I think that's good, just so I can have what I want to do right now. So like these are the different lessons that are set up right now. I just created 4 different lesson plans. I'm not down here yet. I'm not even going to worry about that right now because this is as far as I'm going to get. But I like this, and I think as we go, I want to refine exactly how I write out these lessons. I think it would be good to just do them in probably 4 steps each. But let's just quit right here.